Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'll be starting this video series and with the name of أحياها, or saving one, for the purpose of enhancing security and saving the lives of specifically Muslims and everyone who wants to follow the directions of these videos. We are all aware of the incident that happened in New Zealand and the attack, that terrorist act caused the killing of 49, and I've read some areas where it says 50. And you might have seen the video of the shooting, and please do not share the video just for entertainment or getting views, because that would put you in liability from the side of Islam. That's one. I'm not concerned about social or laws. I don't think it is against, but you do not want to benefit of the harm of someone else. So you share it for the purpose of safety and teaching your kids and knowing what to do in this kind of situation. So the video, I can describe it in general, is a shooter and first point view, as if you're a gaming person. He's putting a camera on his helmet and proceeding to shoot, force his way into a mosque, and then starting to kill people. And he massacred in cold blood 41 people or Muslims during Friday prayer in one mosque, and then he moved to another mosque 3 miles away and he continued to shoot, but in that other mosque he killed only 7. And I'll comment on what happened on the other side and why is the difference in the casualty, and you can see it's 6 times as much casualties in one place to another. So in Linwood Mosque, that's in Christchurch in New Zealand, someone basically fought back. In the first one, he was just killing and killing and killing, and we can see, if you watch that video, one person coming up to him and trying to escape. And I'll be going through the videos on what you can do if someone has a rifle, someone has a gun. What can you do to stop him from continuously shooting? Because that's what he's gonna do. The shooter, or the terrorist in this case, he kept shooting and shooting and shooting, and until he ran out of ammo sometimes, and he just reloading a magazine after a magazine until he ran out of ammo basically, and he ran out of that place to recharge and then attack the other place. So in the Linwood situation, someone distracted the gunman, hoping that he would not enter the mosque, and then the gunman entered the mosque, and he forced his way using a shotgun and then using an assault rifle. It's an AR-15 semi-automatic, and I'll explain more as we go along the videos, but he used an assault rifle that's used for military action to sweep areas and cause a lot of fire, or have a lot of firearm and firepower to inflict maximum damage. So the gunman, after going in, the narrator basically said that he came out, he threw at him something, he said a credit card machine or something like this, and then ran after him. The gunman dropped the shotgun because it was empty, and he doesn't need it anymore. So he picked up the shotgun and ran after him. The shooter thought that he has a firearm. When he got into his vehicle, basically the narrator threw that shotgun at him like an arrow, and the gunman thought that he was being shot at. Something happened, and he continuously ran. He basically escaped and ran off the scene. So attack back as much as you can. Use whatever you have, throw it at the person shooting, but at the same time be worry about yourself and others as well. So in this case, the difference is 6 times as much, 41 versus 7 people who died. And basically, do not surrender, do not just give up, and protect yourself. Don't think of yourself as, oh, Allah is the protector, and I cannot protect myself with anything. Yes, you can protect yourself with something, and we'll get into what Islam says about how you protect yourself. So in Surah Al-Ma'idah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, من أجل ذلك كتبنا على بني إسرائيل أنه من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فساد في الأرض فكأنما قتل الناس جميعا ومن أحياها فكأنما أحيا الناس جميعا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran says, Bismillah, because of that we decreed upon the children of Israel that whoever kills a soul, unless for a soul or for corruption done in the land, it is as if he slain mankind entirely. And whoever saves one, it is as if he had saved mankind entirely. And you can see the translation of this and understand this is the view of Muslims, basically, that we don't kill unless it has a cause, the capital punishment. And in this case, if you have an authority executing the law, and in this land we do, so that's in the hands of the authority to protect or apply the law. That's one. However, for self-defense, if someone coming at you trying to kill you, to kill you or your family, you have the right to protect yourself and protect your immediate family, and also anyone around you, not just Muslims. We are to save humanity in general, Muslims or other beliefs. So the purpose of these videos is saving that one. If we can, if I can, by spreading this video, save one soul, this ayah would apply to me, which is وَمَنْ أَحْيَاها فَكَأَنَّمَا أَحْيَا النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. Whoever saves one soul is like who saves the entire humanity. And another thing that specifically to this ayah, Allah says, whoever kills a soul unless for a soul or for corruption done in the land. Corruption done in the land includes terrorism. So terrorism falls under this. So that's the view of Islam about terrorism. We do not harm innocents. And if anyone who is willing to harm innocents would fit under this ayah, that he would be deserving the capital punishment. Other things about Islam also, and this specifically for Muslims and for anyone who would like to know what Islam says about this. عن أبي الأعور سعيد بن زيد بن عمرو ابن نفيل أحد العشر المشهود لهم بالجنة قال سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول من قتل دون ماله فهو شهيد ومن قتل دون دمه فهو شهيد ومن قتل دون دينه فهو شهيد ومن قتل دون أهله فهو شهيد. Okay, so a martyr, or some martyr, someone who dies for the sake of Allah or for the sake of Islam. Okay, and this narration from Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam says this: whoever dies for the protection of his money or wealth, he's a martyr. Whoever dies for protecting his blood, and he's a martyr. من قتل دون دينه, whoever dies for his own religion, he's a martyr. Whoever dies for the sake of his family, protecting his family or defending his family against hardship, he's a martyr. Okay. And there is another hadith رواه أبو داود والترمذي وقال حديث حسن صحيح. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال جاء رجل إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال يا رسول الله إن أرأيت إن جاء رجل يريد أخذ مالي قال فلا تعطيه مالك قال أرأيت إن قاتلني قال قاتله قال أرأيت إن قتلني قال فأنت شهيد قال أرأيت إن قتلته قال هو في النار. So what's the meaning of this hadith? Ibn Sa'id ibn Amr ibn Nufail said about the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he who dies while defending his property is a martyr. Well, that's the first hadith. The second, someone came to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he said, what if someone came to take my money? And he said, well, do not give it to him. He says, what if he attacks me? He says, well, or fight me. He fight him back. What if he kills me? He said, then you are a martyr. What if I kill him? Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, then he is in hellfire. Okay, so this is the view of Islam. You don't just get slain for nothing. No, you have to protect yourself, your money, your wealth, your wellness, and your safety and your family and the community around you. So save yourself and your family and your community. That's the view of Islam. It's not that you get slain for nothing. Okay, one more important thing, and sorry for the long video. The Second Amendment of this land protects or gives the right to people to bear arms. And it says a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state is the right and the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That means what? By law, you are entitled to bear firearms. So use this for your own protection and safety. I'm not saying for attacking or forming armed militias, but at the minimum, protect yourself and your family and your community. So within this series, I will be going through some advice. The first one is about protecting gatherings. The second would be about self-defense, and the third would be home protection. So follow the videos and you will see the benefit, inshallah. And hopefully by the outcome of these videos, a soul would be saved. And inshallah, myself, you, and anyone who saves a life would receive that reward from Allah like he has saved the entire humanity. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.